Why we need a social contract, insights from Hobbes's political philosophy. Clearly, Hobbes, with his sharp-witted observations, knew how to defend the creation of a civil society as vital. After all, who wouldn't want to escape the clutches of chaos in hopes of reigning supreme with your morning coffee unspilled? Number 5. Bad hair day? Don't worry, there's a contract for that. Ever had one of those days when everything just seems out of place, like your hair defying gravity or your breakfast cereal turning against you? Well, Hobbes thought humans collectively experience a bad hair day every day when left to their own devices in a world sans social contract. He believed this state of nature made for such irritating and nagging conditions that a binding agreement, like a basic social contract, was necessary to keep both the locks and our lives in order. By agreeing to a structured society, we avoid the endless cycle of bad hair-like chaos and unlock the smoother, more combed-through reality we all secretly crave. Number 4. Playing nice. Sharing is caring. Remember those childhood lessons about sharing being paramount to getting along and not having toys thrown at your head? Hobbes essentially channels that sentiment into his philosophy. He rings a bell loud enough for everyone to hear that without a social contract, we're like toddlers at recess, each one protecting their sandbox vigorously. By introducing a social contract, we shift from being territorial hoarders to peaceful coexisting beings who might even swap sandwiches during lunch. We embrace collaboration, relish resources shared more equitably, and laugh together over the absurdity of button-pushing and tug-of-war matches. Number 3, the perks of a peace treaty. No more pillow fights. In a world absent of contractual agreements, every interaction turns into a potential pillow fight, unpredictable, messy, and sometimes downright exhausting. Hobbes observed that this turmoil was far from child's play and could lead to seriously undesirable outcomes. Enter the social contract. It acts as a peaceful mediation, a revered treaty that nudges us into a calm coexistence, where agreements are made over brunch rather than batting at each other with metaphorical pillows. Thanks to the social contract, we can bid adieu to the chaos and step onto the paths of tranquility, where even the shakiest alliances can find common ground. Number 2, the joy of protection, aka not getting clobbered by your neighbor. Picture this whimsical scenario. Without the social contract, an everyday stroll might thinly veil the fear of getting clobbered over the last pretzel at a bake sale. Hobbes proposed that the social contract basically serves as a universal truce to this age-old quirk, granting us freedom from angst and fisticuffs. Protection reigns supreme in Hobbes' philosophy. The contract promises security, providing diverse communities a semblance of enforcement against the lurking worry of unpredictable neighbors turning into overzealous Ramsay Bolton. Less about dodging punches, more about forming queues for pretzels. Yes, please.
Number 1. The solemn escape from chaos. Here it is, the pièce de résistance of Hobbes' doctrine, escaping chaos through a social contract. Imagine a splendid fiesta eternally marred by chaos, where the drinks are always spilled, and the playlists perpetually stuck on the Macarena. Hobbes, ever the party planner, suggests the social contract is essentially a divine intervention, rescuing us from the potential pandemonium of an uncontrolled state of nature. Through this ingenious construct, we establish societal standards, regulations and most importantly, some rhythm to the playlist. Order triumphs as the social contract permits revelers to intermingle with less bumping and more mingling, ensuring life isn't just one long conga line of discord.
And so, my playful, philosophizing companions, we reach the end of our entertaining exploration into Hobbes' insights on the social contract. From dodging neighbors gone wild to finding peace amidst the chaotic dance floor of life, Hobbes championed the social contract as the ultimate safeguard for civil society. It reminds us that not only is the social contract essential for the organization and protection of our communities, but it also permits us the luxury of bad hair days without any existential meltdowns. Hurrah for harmony! Hooray for Hobbes!